Early voting now underway in the swing state of North Carolina as a sizable part of the state continues to recover from Hurricane Helene. Over 6,000 people this morning still without power in the western part of the state, and cleanup efforts will continue for the foreseeable future. Officials expect a majority of voters to cast their ballots in person over the next 2 weeks. But North Carolina Attorney General Josh Stein, who is also running for governor, said the first priority is just getting people's lives back on track. NewsNation's Anna Koyman, a native of North Carolina, is here with us. Always great to see you, my friend. I see you with the sticker. Tell us about early voting in your state.
Yes, so I actually commute into New York every weekend. I'm from North Carolina and live there. Went to the polls to get a pulse of the people and express my own democratic right to vote, sticker to prove it. And they give you this sample ballot while you wait in line. It's nice in Mecklenburg County where I vote. They make it so convenient. You can go to any polling place. You don't have to go to your library or community center or school that you're normally zoned for. I'll put it down. And then you can go to any of them. So it incentivizes people to get out there to go to the ballot box. And I did talk to early voters and also a poll worker who said this convenience is what makes our turnout work. Listen.
I think it's very important because to have to do this many people that we're doing on one day, we'd have to start really early in the morning, and I don't think we could end at 7 and get everybody in to vote.
Yeah, well, the hope is that there's more voter turnout because of it, right?
Yes, more voter turnout, which is always good. No matter who you're voting for, it's always good.
Yep, Democrats and Republicans hoping everybody stays energized and actually makes it to the polls. More residents turned out on Thursday, the first day of early voting, than they did for the first day of voting in 2020. And the polls in the state will be open daily until Saturday, November 2nd at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. During the last presidential election, this state saw higher than average early voting turnout. 65% of North Carolina voters cast their ballot early in person in 2020. That's more than 3.6 million early voters compared to roughly 2.9 million in 2016. Of course, North Carolina voters aren't just casting their ballots in person. We also have a count on absentee ballots as it stands right now. So far, more than 75,000 absentee ballots have already been returned out of nearly 373,000 requested. So we're going to keep an eye on all these numbers for you, of course, like we do with all the states. But election officials in the Tar Heel State expecting busy days at the polls ahead.
And Anna, we mentioned the ongoing cleanup from Helene. How is that storm impacting the early voting that we're seeing?
Yeah, well, cleanup efforts are still underway. As you mentioned, some people are even still in the dark, and election officials are working with state crews to make sure the debris is cleared from the roadways and the roads that have been washed out. They're trying to get all those repaired. But as of this morning, good news, 90% of the state's early voting sites are up and running. In total, that's 419 polling stations across North Carolina.
Fortunately, the conditions improve each and every day. And so they are accounting for that, but also working on the assumption of if they do not, if this is the status that we have today is the status on November 5th, how will they deliver voting?
Now, also to note, North Carolina state officials are making exceptions this year for residents who may have lost their identification during the storm. An ID exemption form is going to be sent out with all the absentee ballots, or residents can also go to their local election office in order to get a new voter ID. I mean, some of these people were literally running for their lives.
Yeah, truly. They didn't have time to grab anything, let alone their ID. Anna, you're from North Carolina. You went to school there. You live there now. What's it been like in that state for the last few days?
Yeah, well, so I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is in the central part of the state. The devastation from Helene was in the western part of the state. But I'm so glad NewsNation is staying on this because I feel like the media in a lot of ways dropped the ball early on. Asheville, North Carolina, beautiful mountain town and all the surrounding areas, they were largely cut off. Cell phone service was down, power outages so much, and the storm was not forecast to hit there initially. And these people feel like they've been left in the lurch, some of them. They're, obviously now everybody knows what's going on there on the ground. But you see here, I was at a donation site in Statesville, North Carolina, about an hour away from Charlotte, closer toward the devastation. And they were packing airplanes and doing anything they could, ATVs, horses, mules, dirt bikes, to get relief into these people to help them. So in the central part of the state where I live in Charlotte, Hena, you almost can't go into an office building that isn't collecting donations.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.